Welcome back to Balderdash Academy and our visiting professor, Ben Rameaka. Stay tuned, because we're about to hear from Coach Steve and play fan favorite Technically Correct. But before we do that...
Balderdash Academy, competitive comedy. Good for your health like a yearly colonoscopy. Bring a flask, don't forget your hall pass. If you need a laugh, let me introduce the school staff. Marie Stewart Harmon teaches home economics. See her after class for some home brewed tonics. Sex with me is like Nate Green, cause finishing on top is his normal routine. Coach Steve brings the show's sports knowledge, but he's bad at portmanteaus cause he didn't go to college. Paulie McGill spits words like an Uzi. She wins every game but can't name a single movie. They call him Randy Hunt, the theater guru. He'll always almost win like deja vu do. Carla Rose Dubois, you better watch your back. She's notoriously known for teaching music facts. And Bob LeBlanc gets no disrespect. Don't talk back, cause he's technically correct. Yes, let's go. Balderdash Academy, baby. Alright, sit down, class is starting.
Our points. In last place, you have Mona the Cat with 12 points. Next, you have myself with 35, Molly with 67, Steve with 74, Marie with 75, and in the lead, we have Nate with 82 points.
Wow. Coming for you, Nate.
Before we move on to Steve's game, we are back with a final question from the Balderdash Academy randomizer. The spin will generate a random question out of 10 that Ben will try to answer in 30 seconds or less.
Stressful.
All right, question number 6. What's one piece of advice that you wish you received when starting out that doesn't involve fingering a dog's asshole?
It was mostly advice about fingering dogs' asses, which I
Can write a book on that stuff.
I mean, yeah.
After you wash your hands.
Oh my god!
You should go back and watch the previous video if this is totally out of context for you. Can you imagine just tuning into this one?
I would say, and this is what improv rules or life rules, but like follow your foot. Like I think that I think I could have been braver earlier in my career. I think that I could have been less afraid to take large steps or large swings and sort of trusted my instinct or my ability early on. Which is not to say that you shouldn't, pursue some training or work with some community. Like you can always get sharper, but like, I mean, believe in yourself, whatever. But truly, like follow your foot, follow your gut. There are plenty of people in this world who have gotten very far based on confidence alone. Truly. And if you feel like you're talented and you are talented, like believe in that, I would say. Fake the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. And within the time frame, because I say it is. So
how's the trapdoor looking?
Yeah,
still latched?
The latch was stuck, so I had to run with it. So being that it is the holiday season, whatever holiday you yourself follow, you might be looking for a way to give or you might be looking for a charity to give money to. We have a few suggestions this episode that we'd like you to look at. Number 1, the Refugee Immigrant Center for Education and Legal Services. Links to all of these are in the description. And the Urban Resource Institute. These are great organizations. If you have spare cash this holiday season, go to the links in the description and give what you can. Ben, let's is keeping as upbeat as we can. Let's talk a little bit about these charities, about what they do and who they serve. And I think we know why they're important, especially in today's day and age.
Absolutely. So RICES, or however you want to pronounce it, RAICES, provides legal counsel for immigrant populations that might not necessarily have legal counsel. Obviously, this was a hot button topic during the last administration. but just helping people that might be trying to give themselves a better life have a little bit more access to legal support. And of course, the Urban Institute is for domestic abuse, especially among populations of people of color. And it's a pretty progressive and experimental is not the word, an innovative organization as well. Like, for instance, one thing that I like about them, or it's so hard to say, like about them. One thing that I think is a great initiative is they talk about homes with abuse with people that are trying to better their lives and how that affects pets and what that means for pets, which obviously is not like a big focal point necessarily, but this is the sort of stuff that they're open to. So, maybe skip a cup of coffee or a second cup of coffee and just throw some change in that direction, I think.
And
it's
of
the
course,
season of giving.
Mona was a rescue dog, so there's always that route too. You can always rescue.
You can always rescue.
Now, when it comes to it being a hot button issue, and this I'm telling to you, the audience, as a qualified fake professor at a fake school, I want to remind you that regardless what your political stance is on immigration or defense of immigrants, our second president, John Adams, defended the British who were involved in the Boston Massacre. In the United States, everybody deserves their trial and everybody deserves their defense. So if you believe in that, regardless of what side of the aisle you are on, check out the link in the description below and make a donation and prove your point. Stand by what you believe in. So moving on, it's time for Coach Steve's pop quiz.
Yay!
So now with his pop quiz, Coach of the Dashers, Steve Corning.
Yeah! That's my theme song, baby! Be careful what meat you punch in freezer, because it might punch back. All right, thank you, Bob. That's a tune, of course, from Head to Head Competitive Trivia, one of our other podcasts. If you haven't listened to it, it is pretty good. All right.
Hard sell.
Yeah, that was a good sell, right? That was pretty good.
Confidence.
Can we just talk about this?
I'm missing my hype man, Randy. He would be hyping me up. All right. In honor of tonight's visiting Professor Ben, who is a star of film and screen, we will play a game of everyone's favorite Finish That Tweet, featuring one of my favorite Twitter accounts out of Hollywood, that of director Rian Johnson. He's known for films like Brick, Looper, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and of course Knives Out, and also the occasional off-the-wall tweet. Now, there are so many that I could choose from. I literally just in this moment chose 1 out of 4 because I found so many good ones today from Rian Johnson. And so we're just going to go with this tweet. How this game works is I will read the first portion of a tweet, leave a blank on the end, and you guys fill it in with whatever you think Rian Johnson said in that moment. Now, this tweet came from February 9th, 2021, and Rian Johnson says, I know I've harped on this before, but it's almost impossible to communicate to someone who hasn't read the original James Bond books how much they're about blank. What does Rian Johnson think the original James Bond books were all about? It's hard to say the phrase James Bond without saying film right after. It's hard for me.
It's the lisp.
It is. I know. It's that childhood list
baby.
that I'm still struggling from that
Dench.
apparently I just found out about. All right, let's start with whoever's making the best eye contact. And that is, of course, Nate Green.
Oh, yeah.
Nate Green finished that tweet.
Yes, so he said that first part. And he said the James Bond books were really about how people need to embrace oat milk in their Starbucks coffees and really need to give it a shot before they start making snide remarks to other people. I don't get it, but that's what he said.
Nate, what was the name of the James Bond movie that heavily featured the oat milk?
The oat milk? It was...
Or wanted to be. That was never made, I suppose.
James Bond oat in a boat in the dairy farm.
That was when he
set
had
in
to
Canada.
invade Canada.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Sean Connery's Scottish, so I figured, it didn't matter where it took place.
That was a Scottish accent.
No, I'm just simply saying, they have a Scottish guy playing it. It's just continuity didn't matter then.
Sure.
Thank you, Nate. Nate went, of course, with the importance of oat milk in your Starbucks coffee. Let's go to Molly McGill.
Thank you so much for choosing me. He said that first part that Nate was referring to in his answer, and harping on the fact that the James Bond books were really about the struggles of parenting. And it's all really a metaphor for when you're trying to put the kid down for a nap or for the night, and you're trying to get out of the room, but something always bringing you in, and you just can't get out, and you're in and you're out, and you never sleep, and tomorrow you're gonna die, and next thing you know, he's got a
Another
Goldfinger.
day.
Turn back time. That's what it's about.
It is.
So if you had to sum that up in a couple words, Molly.
Sum it up in a couple words. The struggles of parenting.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rian Johnson. All right, let's go to Marie Stewart Harmon.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Bond is just getting everywhere. He's taking planes, he's taking trains and automobiles, all the places. And then he was like, oh, we've already got a movie named that. So we're going to focus on the boobs and the martinis.
Boobtinis.
Boob Martinis sounds like a Bond character.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
There's a character named Pussy. I think a Boob Martini could also be a character. Let's go to Bob. Bob, what do you think Rian Johnson thinks the James Bond books are all about?
Well, of course, I mean, if you take a look at the original source material, Ian Fleming was very big about this in all of his works, even going as far into his children's books, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It was about trying to produce books with titles that were innately sexual.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Like hop on pop.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So like Ian Fleming had this just talent of accidental innuendo. And it didn't matter what he named. It just sounded dirty. Of course, there's his unpublished children's books, The Adventure of Harry Taco, which was, of course, about Harold, who had a little taco truck in New York City, pushing around, meeting people on the street. It was just a gift that many authors don't have.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob.
Newbery Award winner.
That was, yeah. All right, Ben, let's go to you for the score. Let me read back what we had. Nate, of course, mentioned the importance of oat milk in your Starbucks order. Molly went with the struggles of rearing the young. Marie thought it was the importance of planes, trains, and automobiles. And then, of course, Bob LeBlanc thinks it's actually about hidden sexuality.
Wow. Let's give Molly 30.
Woo!
Because we can never, ever speak strongly enough about the difficulties of parenting. I think it's people that are parents are unsung heroes.
Thank you, Ben.
And I know that Molly also, as she was intimating this idea of sneaking out of a sleeping child's room so as not to wake them, was also putting in an Easter egg of A Quiet Place, because that was the inspiration for A Quiet Place.
Of course, absolutely. Yes, I was.
Which
Molly
is a
knew that.
great movie as well, in which Carrie Fisher almost starred, of course. Which brings me to Marie, and a Mary Poppins reference is buried in there as well. But we'll get back to that in 1 second. Marie will throw 20 points.
Thank you.
Nate, with that amazing Sean Connery.
Oat the boot.
Oat the boot, eh? Sean Connery, R.I.P. We'll give Nate 16, which is as many ounces there are in a pint of oat milk.
Yes.
Oh, that's great, you hoser. Oh, that's great.
I want to see Canadian James Bond now. I mean, he still works for the Queen at the time.
Do.
Yeah.
I really do. if you put
Could
the
you
dench-
politely remove your underwear there, eh? I'll take my martini any way you'd like to give it, as long as it's
Basically,
Molson.
right? Absolutely. Like, I'll see myself out, eh? No consent, unconsented stuff here, right? But you could use the dench lisp, right? Didn't
Yep.
they Danish state?
Bring that in. The dench lisp.
Okay. We've created a monster of a lisping Canadian. Bob, I'm gonna give Bob. Wait, who am I missing? I got Molly, Marie, and Nate, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
And then
okay,
just Bob.
cool. You know what? I'm gonna give you 60 points, Bob, and I'll tell you why. Who was the male co-lead in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, your sexual extravaganza?
Who was the male co-lead was, of course, the
Dick Van
king of accents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was really good at that.
But also talking about, if Fleming had such a gift for using innuendo in names, casting Dick
That's
Van
true.
Dyke.
Dick
That's true.
Van
Dick Van
Dyke.
Dyke himself sounds like he came from a Bond novel.
I think
Yeah, you're right.
it really, really does. A little more hero. A little more hero.
Dyke. Van Dyke. Richard Van Dyke.
Of the German Van Dykes.
Yeah. Dick Van Dyke sounds like Dick Van Patten couldn't think of a good alias.
Didn't he have a brother? Wasn't there a brother that was on Coach?
Jerry Van Dyke. Wasn't it Jerry Van
I
Patten?
really want you to be right.
I think,
He does have
yeah.
a brother. His brother was on Coach, the sitcom. But just imagine, like, whatever. There's Dick Van Dyke, and then you're Jerry Van Dyke.
And then Jerry Van Dyke.
I'm looking that up.
Good up, baby. And then Mona, for being so sweet and quiet, I think we're gonna give her 43 points.
Holy
Yeah, Mona deserves
Moses.
it. Mona
She
deserves
deserves
it.
43.
She's working
Did I
hard.
get everybody? Do I award points to Steve? Is that
If
Jerry
you
Van
would
Dyke?
like to, you
That
can
is
record.
Jerry
You can
Van
award them
Dyke.
to anybody.
Steve was such he went through it twice.
He did.
And the listener knows all about that because it stayed in.
Well, it has to now. We're referencing it.
That's true.
I know, it's too late once
The
you
more we
it.
reference, the more it stays.
Absolutely. And just to be clear, Steve, you were reading.
Well, I had to write down. I had to type out what the
reading.
tweet said,
Okay.
and then I had to read what I had written that the tweet said. It's a big
So it was
process.
a handwriting issue.
You're
Yeah.
trying to justify basic kindergarten skills.
Look, books and films are hard to distinguish sometimes.
Absolutely. I'll give Steve a healthy 11 for that one.
That's fair because I did dig through a lot of Rian Johnson tweets this afternoon.
You really did.
The
There you
effort.
go.
Put in a lot of work. Well, are you ready to hear the correct answer?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, unfortunately, you were all incorrect.
What?
Here's what Rian Johnson thinks the James Bond books are all about. It's almost impossible to communicate to someone who hasn't read the original James Bond books how much they're about toast.
What?
Toast? Like crisped bread?
Yep. So let's all phone Rian Johnson and try and figure out what the hell he's talking about.
This bread is
He's
wicked
stealing his
dry.
gig. What's up?
This is a new hobby. That's
So
developing.
yeah, check out the Twitter of Rian Johnson. There's some really good. It's a treasure trove of fun mysteries.
Wait, I got one. Live and let rye.
There you go.
20 points to
Oh, that's
Ben.
good. That's good.
Yeah, Ben
All
gets
right,
20.
20 for Ben. Ben's now on the board. Speaking of on the board, let's hear our points right now.
Ugh.
Ben is in last place with 20 points, followed by Mona the Cat with 55.
Oh my god.
Next, we have Steve with 85, a tie between Marie and myself with 95, Molly with 98, and Nate, Molly with 97, and Nate with 98 points.
Holy
Oh, and
Once
Molly gets you
again-
1 point.
It comes down to 1 point, and that's good because we go into technically correct.
Oh, great. My favorite.
Or Molly's favorite game.
So this is a fan favorite, technically correct. I'm going to read a description of a movie. That is technically correct.
Right.
Our faculty members will try to come up with an answer as fast as possible and present it one by one. The visiting Professor Ben will award points based on how he sees fit. Movie number 1 describes an apprentice who gets trained by an Egyptian with a Spanish name.
What?
It's the movie about an Egyptian who gets trained. It's a movie about an apprentice who gets trained by an Egyptian with a Spanish name. Steve, how would you like to score? Sorry, Steve, what's your answer?
I'd like to give
How would you like to score? You want to give out points?
42
How
points.
would you like to answer?
I'm feeling really good about Steve tonight.
42 points to Mona the cat.
She deserves it more than I do. I would say the Prince of Egypt. It's a little on the nose, but I'm going for it.
Prince of Egypt. Nate, what do you have?
Night at the Museum.
Night at the Museum. Marie.
The Princess Bride.
What's it called?
Princess Bride. Molly.
What's that one with Nicolas Cage and then he's in Egypt?
Oh, no!
What is it? Tale of the Curse or something?
I'm going to say Face Off just to screw you over.
Yes!
Oh, God, no. Damn it.
So Molly's answer is that one with Nicolas Cage.
Right?
The Curse of the Threat or something.
Ghost Rider?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, it's a movie, I swear.
It was a fever dream Molly had.
First of that one with Nick Cage.
That legit could be a movie.
An apprentice gets trained by an Egyptian with a Spanish name. We have Steve with Prince of Egypt, Nate with Night at the Museum, Marie with The Princess Bride, Molly with The Curse of that one with Nick Cage, where he's that guy. Ben, how would you like to score?
I want to take away 45 points from Mona because she didn't say anything.
Oh, Mona.
Final round. And Steve,
right.
I'm sorry, but like a pet is a reflection of its owner.
Yeah, I guess.
This pet has been pretty impolite.
Yeah. She's licking
herself right now. She's cleaning herself. That is disgusting. All right. What if a family is watching this and they watch your cat porn, Steve?
How dare she?
She's getting up. Oh, yeah, she's had it.
She's giving it to you now, Ben.
Yeah, she's like, come finger my butt, Ben. On the podcast, you might want to check out the video.
I'll give, I want to dock Nate for 0.5 of a point.
Okay.
I'd like to give Marie 2.5 points.
Thank you.
I'd like to give Bob 2.5 points. Molly, half of a point.
Wow. So
and I'll give Steve 12 points.
Whoa.
Wow.
12 points.
I'll take it. Why not?
All right. So we have an apprentice gets trained by an Egyptian with a Spanish name, describes the Highlander. My name's Ramirez. I play an Egyptian with a Spanish name who fights with a Japanese weapon I'd made for me in China.
He's really good.
And there's no other Scottish person in the entire... Yes! He's the only Scottish person in the entire film of The Highlander.
And it takes place in Canada.
Hey, they were very polite.
The Highlander. What is that? That's a car.
Only one, eh?
Was Nick Cage in that film, though? Molly wants to know.
Nick Cage?
I'm Googling that after. There's a movie.
Nick Cage isn't, but Clancy Brown was brilliant in it. So movie number 2, two people fear that love will come between them. Two people fear that love will come between them. Nate, what does that describe?
That love will come between them.
I mean, easy. Shawshank Redemption.
Two people fear
Shawshank Redemption. All right, Marie.
Oh God, I just had the name.
I feel you.
Two people who in love, who think love is going to come between them. The due date.
Due date. All right.
Due date.
Molly, what do you have?
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. And Steve.
Ooh, that's good, Molly.
True Romance.
True Romance.
Oh.
So, two people fear that love will come between them. Nate with Shawshank Redemption, Marie with Due Date, Molly with Pretty Woman, and Steve with True Romance. Ben, how would you like to score?
I want everybody to get a 2, except for Mona, that disgusting dog. Gets -4.
Oh.
All right.
Look at that face. Oh, she did briefly look over
All right.
in
So,
disgust.
two people fear love will come between them describes When Harry Met Sally.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
And Ben, that's why I asked.
I love it.
Movie number 3. A
Wait.
Night with a Legend.
Did we
what's
get
up?
scores?
Yes.
Dude.
Did you not remember the
Mona?
2 that you received?
Oh, sorry. I was
Negative?
distracted by my cat being a
At
bitch.
2, Steve A?
Sorry.
You gotta sharpen your
I'm
pencils.
sorry. It happened so fast.
Steve, you gotta sharpen your pencils. Come on.
All right.
Just pens to me.
Movie number 3, A Knight with a Legendary Weapon gets the help of a wizard and a collection of misfits to save a princess trapped in a space fortress.
Jeebus cripes.
Can you repeat that, please?
I would be my pleasure. This is actually the description of the movie. That's what's disturbing. A knight with a legendary weapon gets help of a wizard and a collection of misfits to save a princess trapped in a space fortress. Luckily, Marie, you go first. So what would you like to answer?
I'm so glad. Space balls.
Spaceballs. Molly.
Princess in a space fortress. Time Bandits?
Time Bandits.
Wow.
I love that movie.
Great movie.
Steve, what do you got?
That is Star Wars, also known as A New Hope.
Oh,
Star Wars A New Hope. Nate, what's your answer?
I'm going to have to say that I'm drawing out this answer so that way I can say it is a Hallmark Christmas special of the Muppets take their time.
I'd watch that.
Nailed it, Nate. Perfect. All right. So, a knight with a legendary weapon gets help of a wizard and a collection of misfits to save a princess trapped in a space fortress.
Wait, Ben, do
Marie?
you know it?
is it Lord of the Rings?
I mean,
Ben-
I think it's Star Wars. That has to be Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or is it Lord of the Rings?
Marie has Spaceballs, Molly with Time Bandits, Steve with A New Hope, and Nate with Muppets Take Their Time. Ben, how would you like to
Let's
score?
take their time.
It's okay. I'll
The Hallmark Christmas special.
I'm blown away by all those. I mean, Spaceballs, is it wrong? It's not really wrong.
Is it the name of the game?
It's a great movie.
Technically.
Take their time. I feel like it's just like if you married the Muppets and the Queen, it's just like smelling coffee pots and the Muppets in like beautiful room. Before one of them turns, it says like, "Oh man," or something like that. Right?
yeah.
Muppets take. We got a show tonight. I don't you know. Steve, I feel like it's accurate. Molly, what did you say again?
Time Bandits.
Oh,
Mom,
such a
Dad,
great.
don't touch it. It's pure evil.
Yeah, it's such a great movie.
I love it. Yeah.
There's a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, and
It's
Sean Connery.
very true. It's very true. Time Bandits, one of Terry Gilliam's early works, and so good, and such a great cast. Everybody gets 10 except for Steve, who gets 8.
Whoa.
Wow.
Because you tried to be smart, Steve. You tried to be smart with the right answer.
My bad. I'll do better.
Kind of the right answer. So it is technically correct, but it's also technically wrong for this one. A knight with a legendary weapon gets help of a wizard and a collection of misfits to save a princess trapped in a space fortress. Accurately describes Krull.
Oh my gosh.
Did you say
Maybe.
Crow?
Krull.
The Crow. Yeah, you're right.
It sounds like an energy drink.
1983's Krull.
Krull?
Wait, so Ben, can I get some bonus points for not being right?
If you can tell me what famous action star right now got one of his earliest roles in Krull.
Oh my
Can I
I'll
guess?
give
God.
you 15 points.
Ooh. I've no.
He's really good in the role too. I mean, it's a good
He
role.
is really good.
Man, I've never seen the film. Let's just say
Private gas.
John Malkovich.
Oh, how did you get that? That's crazy. It's Liam Neeson.
I know, right?
Marie knew it.
Yeah.
It's her face.
Did you know,
With
Marie?
a
No, I didn't.
pre-Hagrid dubbed, because they didn't like his Yorkie accent, his Midland accent, Robbie Coltrane.
Really?
What
They
year?
dubbed his accent for that film.
That is
1983.
83.
Yeah.
I felt like
Yeah.
it was around the time that Arnold Schwarzenegger was probably getting fit and stuff. So that was my guess, but I was wrong.
No, it's good.
It was like Conan the Destroyer
It's a
time,
good.
definitely. There really are some movies in the early 80s where you're like, I do not know how this got made.
Yes.
Drugs. I mean, that's how it got made.
Yeah.
Quaaludes.
Riding on the tails of Star Wars. Movie number 4. This one actually written, not the movie, but this technically correct, written by Randy Hunt, our professor of drama, professor of theater. So, movie number 4 is A Man Discovers How to Get Ahead of His Wife. A man discovers how to get ahead of his wife. Molly, what's your answer?
Oh, excuse me. Britney versus Spears.
Britney versus Spears. All right, Steve, what do you have?
I'm going to go with the other Boleyn girl.
Other Boleyn girl.
Tries to get ahead.
Nice play on words. Nate,
Thank
what do you
you.
have?
Yes.
Death becomes her.
Death becomes her. Anne-Marie.
Hall pass.
Hall pass. So, a man discovers how to get ahead of his wife. We have Molly, Britney versus Spears, Steve, the other Boleyn girl, Nate, Death becomes her, and Marie, Hall pass. Ben, how would you like to score?
Nate, I want you to know that was my first choice, and then I went to the obvious answer of Britney versus Spears. So, like
I
mine.
love Britney versus Spears. I mean, that sounds like Kramer versus Kramer, except with worse actors.
And a more tragic story.
And a more tragic story. Yeah, definitely a more tragic story. This is so tough, but you guys are so okay. Hall pass was the Sudeikis Wilson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
That was that I could only imagine has some very regretful elements in it right now.
Yes.
For me to watch it again. Right? Tries to get ahead of his girl. That's 2. Molly 4. Steve 5. Nate 3. Marie 4. Bob, you know what, Bob? Give yourself a 5.
Nice.
All right.
Ben, do you have a guess? Do you know what it is?
I mean, I thought it might be something with a beheading, but I don't know enough about the other Boleyn girl or that. I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
It's tough.
That's okay. A man discovers how to get ahead of his wife is what I like to consider the unofficial sequel to The Usual Suspects, 7.
Oh, my
Oh, of course. Wow. Wait,
Yeah.
did he
Don't open
discover
the
how
box.
to get ahead of his wife? I guess.
Don't open the box.
That's the wrong guy. Sorry.
Spoiler.
By the way, spoilers.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, huge spoiler. Oh my God.
Can you say spoilers to a movie that's almost 30 years old? I mean,
Yeah. Double spoiled. And it has Kevin Spacey in it too, so it's like big danger zone, baby.
there you go.
Aw.
A man gets ahead of his wife. I see what you did there. I see. Very
Ben,
good.
I want to thank you for being a visiting professor tonight on Balderdash Academy. What is new and exciting coming up for you?
So again, a couple months ago, I mounted some shows in Vermont with a small team of old ex-UCB folks called nightcap, where we take written down secrets of crazy one-night stands or wild party nights, and then we use that as a source to improvise.
Nice.
So,
Fun.
That's good.
it's super fun. And yeah, you learn some pretty interesting stuff about your audience, especially when they know that it can be anonymous. And then I would just encourage you, to, check out Eliza Schlesinger's sketch show or the final season of Broad City. Or if you really want to go to Amazon and watch Alpha House, I will look forward to those pennies and residuals down the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it that's going on right now. So yeah, thank you guys. So this was so much fun, really.
Oh my God,
Thank
you're
you.
hilarious.
Thank you. Now,
Yeah.
links to everything are in the description. So if you want to save time, just go there and you click the link. Remember, if you have the opportunity to give this season, look at Urban Resource Institute and look at Rice's, ricestexas.com, I think it is. The link is in the description. Please go and check them out. Now, before I announce who our winner tonight is, it's time for tonight's moral. Ooh. Now, we had a great show tonight. We learned quite a bit about Ben, about ourselves, and about the movie industry. In particular, if you're short a multivitamin and want to get in touch with your 1980s, you can always try to snort vitamin B. But don't, because we're a comedy show. You shouldn't take what we say literally.
Don't really do it.
The lawyers
Don't
are going to
finger
have
a
a field
dog's
day.
butt either.
Winner
Please.
for tonight. The points stand clear. Mona takes it. No, I'm just kidding.
Mona's kicked out of the group.
In last place, we have our visiting professor with 32 points, followed by Mona the cat with 48. We have myself coming in next at 109.5 points.
Wow.
We have... This is a tight race. We have Steve with 112 points. Nate with 112.5 points. We have Molly and Marie. Which one is the winner?
I don't know.
Now, what I can tell you is the winner is separated by less than 1 point.
So a half a point.
Less than half a point.
Oh, when did that happen? Oh my God.
So right now, we have Molly at 113.5 points, which means Marie won, which 113 and 0.54.
Wow. Congrats, Marie.
What? All right.
Yep. Yeah.
So Marie got her win.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting us here at Balderdash Academy. I've been your headmaster, Bob LeBlanc. Joining me has been our faculty professor of STEAM, Nate Green.
It's me this time.
Coach of the Balderdash Academy Dashers, Steve Corning.
Guys, we'll get them next time.
Professor of English Language Arts, Molly McGill.
No, I'll get him next time, and then the next time, and then the next time.
And today's reigning champion, Professor of Home Ec and Wellness, Marie Stewart Harmon.
Well earned. What a close race.
I am the champion, my professors.
And, of course, our visiting professor, Ben Rameaka. Ben, thank you so much.
Yes.
My pleasure, truly.
Oh my God, so fun.
We hope you have a happy and healthy holiday season. Whatever you celebrate, stay safe and go Dashers.
Woo!
Remember to like and subscribe to the video. Also remember that we have options available if you'd like to support the show directly. You can show your school pride by picking up some merch from our store. We are also now booking live shows. So if you want a game show experience, a quiz show, improv comedy, you can find us all online at balderdashacademy.com. It's been a pleasure. Have a good night.
2-finger salute.
And a twist of the balls.
Go Dashers.